second week of New York rifle season for big game, and you know, we were fortunate enough to get a couple bucks already and one doe, so that's great. And then of course, you know, the deer we'd also taken during archery, which is great. So what we're doing now, Vanessa and our middle boy are up on the other end of the property hunting up where Vanessa shot her buck. We're still seeing, you know, bucks around there. There's lots and lots of deer around here, so we're really fortunate for that. You and I are over here because we'd like to harvest a couple does if we're able. The area that we're sitting is the area that we see the most amount of does and the least amount of buck. So in the past, anytime I've gone out doe hunting, all I see is bucks. Let's hope that's not the case today, particularly when you see a big slammer. Nothing you can do about it when you've already filled your tag. But so we have other people in our family that really enjoy venison, and they just don't hunt. So we try to get them deer every year. So we're going to try to take a couple doe. I've already used one of my doe tags. I have another one left that's mine, and then Vanessa consigned me one of her doe tags. So that's the only tag legally in New York that you can share. I use that term loosely. You can consign your doe permit to another hunter. So the wildlife management we're hunting in, WMU, is 8T, like Tango, and your doe permits or your antlerless deer permits are specific to that wildlife management unit. So we have 3 more 8T tags left, both of Vanessa's and then one of mine. And like I say, she consigned me one. So if we get opportunity to shoot 2 doe tonight, that's what we intend on doing. But we'll see how it plays out. May not see anything. So this is the same area that Trinity shot her buck during the youth hunt, and I'm sure some of you probably recognize that when I panned around there. Our only hiccup tonight may be is we have bad wind. Realistically, I probably shouldn't be hunting here, but I'm hoping that elevation and distance dilutes our scent enough where if we see a deer, we get it before it, you know, pins us. Our only problem would be is if they moved in on us and, you know, say broke into that, you know, 100-yard mark, we might be in trouble. But we've got a fair amount of elevation on us naturally the way the ground rolls here, so we'll see what happens. So that right there will catch a lot of people off guard, particularly, you know, younger hunters or somebody with less experience. You'll see 2 deer come out. One's obviously smaller than the other. The bigger one's darker. You know, the fawn is, you know, a lot lighter colored, and it looks like a fawn and doe situation where you'd be tempted to, well, I'm just going to shoot the bigger one, because generally speaking, the does, you know, are larger than the fawns, usually a darker coat. But those 2 there are likely siblings. It's a fawn and it's a fawn button buck, and the button buck's the bigger one. So, you know, that's the one that'll get you. So you just have to make sure 100% that you identify what you're shooting at. Always a good idea to have binoculars so you can get a really good look. Might be a first time ever self-filmed, and I got them both on camera, I think. So I had 2 adult does, shot the lead doe, and then, as it often happens, the other one stood. There's still one down there right now. The other one stood, appeared to be an adult doe as well, so I shot that one as well. I think they're both piled up down there in the field. Now the real work begins. So they came from the good wind side of us, which worked out great. Shooting 7mm weight. Can't believe there's still deer out there. Shooting 150 grain Nosler Accubons. Load them up with H4350 powder. And both of those shots should be good clean shots. Usually when we're, when we're shooting anything, we try to save as much meat as possible, so try to stay off that front shoulder. There are some situations that we'll be in where, you'll lean heavy in the front shoulder. But in this case, they should both be double lungers. Better call Mrs. O or send her a text and let her know dinner plans are canceled. And we had 13 minutes to go till the end of legal light. So that's great. Now the real work. The other one. Alright, well that's pretty much it. Just both adult does. The first lead doe we shot, she was the bigger of the two. Probably like a 2 or 3 year old deer. But yeah, they're both nice. Looks like both shots are great. Shouldn't be any problems there. And that's it. You guys have seen us gut enough deer. We won't go through that process again. If you've missed that, watch any of our other deer hunting videos. But that's it for me. That was the last of my tags. That was my last tag plus the consignment that Vanessa gave me. So that's it. That would be a real blessing to the folks in our family that we give them to. We'll process them, take care of them, vacuum seal them, do the whole deal. So they just get a box full of processed meat. I should find somebody that does that. And then just gives us meat. We don't have to go hunting. No, that's all right. I enjoy coming out and hunting and knowing where our food comes from and all that stuff. We go through lots of venison, lots and lots of venison. We have room for one more deer, and that's you know what hopefully my middle son's getting. They've got a bunch of does out in front of them right now. Vanessa just texted me, but there's only, oh no, they're done. Yeah, it's past legal light. End of legal light was 5:11. It's 5:15, so we can hunt 30 minutes after sunset. But I'll be honest with you, right now we're 30 minutes, well, we're 34 minutes past sunset, and it gets pretty dang dark. So usually 20 minutes past sunset's about all you can see. You know, if there's snow covered, a bright moon, sometimes that's helpful. But all right, I gotta do the real work. See you guys on the next one.